Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Here's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. And got him well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That will go for 37 yards. Catch number 100 for his career. That's good enough to keep the chains moving. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Well, the Vikings sitting in a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time.
And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Cards are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On second down, a run with Hall. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. This pass out wide to Hall. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Murray now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now Murray again. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Now Murray. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the sack on first down, Burrow. And complete to Drake London. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. In motion left comes Brown. Now Burrow on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Arizona. 51 yards. Now it's Burrow. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. We've seen teams come back in the week and come out flat. So what good coaches do is they can game plan for that with their teams on defense. They may blitz more in the beginning to to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look at repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now they go play action now. Burrow. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
Burrow on play action. Throw left side, there's London. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go play action with Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Mike Williams. His 1st rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken from about the 12. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one play touchdown. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
First down, here's Burrow. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Drake London from 17 yards out as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. At their own 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. And the Cardinals will take over possession here up at the 44.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Yeah, he did. And this is caught. It's Brown. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
On 2, ready? 11 MT.
Burrow will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Drake London, a feast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. Hey, guys, have your fun. All right, throw it out the way. Let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught. Touchdown. Chris Watkins, 53 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion for him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Odafe Oweh in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
This pass is caught by London. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
11. Go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Murray now to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Micah Parsons. And there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play. Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
11.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, and a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Here we go. 11. Here we go.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Mike Williams. As time expires. expires in the first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead on the final play of the half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, and maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. A little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
With a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Drake London, his third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Cardinals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to float this over the middle deep. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down near the 45-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
One thing you have to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off for 6 points. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
11.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced the high throw.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Steps away. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the 1st down.
11-90.
On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
11.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kyle Hamilton breaks it. The Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come down 2-20. So a potential momentum shifter there. Looking at a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting. Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Here's Watkins with his 14th touchdown here, 2nd of the game. The Vikings are back on score.
We talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in for the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Burrow on play action. And this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, there's London. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Drake London, 34 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
34.
The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 62 yards. Throwing now is Murray. Touchdown, Vikings. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up the lead. You think you got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This offense is much on the field during this game. It's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
They have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11.
The man in motion is Brown. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Murray now on 1st down. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. And my goodness, another interception.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big...
Man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. A.J. Brown, 48 yards. And the Cards are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. Now it's Burrow. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Caleb Farley.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He's got a man, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Throws Watkins, 74 yards. And the Vikings go a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And now here's another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here we go. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
From Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Now Burrow. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Burrow will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Terry McLaurin from 3 yards out. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2.
Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Slot man moves right. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Going deep here for Watkins. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown. Quills Watkins, 79 yards. And the Vikings have gone back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they have the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. They picked it in the end zone. They're glad he brought it out all the way across midfield into enemy territory.
And don't think for a second that some teammates didn't tell him to stay in the end zone, right? What he did there, to me, was the equivalent of baseball.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Jayon Brown.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he returns this to the 22.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense...
And now here is another interception. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback...
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Chris Watkins, 41 yards. And the Vikings take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. It appears they're going to throw forward with Murray. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2. He's got a man, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Well, big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Here's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
2nd down and goal. Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So now here are the Vikings faced with a big two-point conversion attempt. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
Well, I don't think it takes much to call into their mind, right, why they went for two there, even though they weren't successful. With this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, and less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, on the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now they got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover. And it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Arizona, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.